Alex Pereira has taken aim at Magomed Ankalaev after turning down a rematch, and the MMA community can't stop talking about it. Following their intense clash at UFC 320, Pereira once again demonstrated why he's regarded as one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport.
Let's talk about the injury right away. Magomed Ankalaev did have a rib injury. This is not a lie. This is not an excuse. I know this because prior to the fight, I saw video of him getting injections into his rib to try to help him get to the fight. He was able to hit pads and do cardio essentially for a month and a half before the fight. With that being said, I don't know if the result changes if he was healthy because of the way Pereira fought him. I know some people that are very close to Magomed Ankalaev that said for him not to fight. He wanted to fight. He wanted to go out there and beat Pereira again because he understood how important it was to have a victory over Alex, and 2, over him would have been even a stronger statement as to why he is who he is. But he was not at 100%. But I don't know if he was at 120% if he would have beaten Pereira.
Last one from me. I don't know if you're aware of this yet, but middleweight champion Khamzat Chimaev has called you out and said that congratulations, but now you guys need to finish your business. Are you aware of what business that is, and are you interested in him moving up to fight you at this stage?
Obrigado pelos parabéns. Mas eu quero uma super luta, igual eu falei, quero lutar no peso pesado. Então, só agradeço só pelos parabéns.
Thanks for congratulating me, but all I want is a super fight. I want to fight at heavyweight, but all I can say is thank you.
About him going up to heavyweight. He's mentioned it a few times in the past. He always wanted that Jon Jones fight, and I understand why maybe that fight wasn't appealing to you, but what is your reservations about sending him to heavyweight at this point?
Probably that he was a middleweight. He was a middleweight. He's going to jump up 2 weight classes in the UFC. It's not like jumping up 2 weight classes in boxing. It's a big jump. Not that I have any reservations about it. I mean, the guy is he's in a division that there's still some interesting fights. I don't know. It's just I like the guy so much. We'll see. We'll have to talk about it. I just don't see why, unless he wants to retire, why throwing him in at heavyweight makes any sense. Other than I just end up saying he wants to do it so bad. I'll say yes. I don't know.
Pereira finished Ankalaev in brutal fashion, but instead of accepting the defeat, Ankalaev claimed he had been dealing with a rib injury during the fight. That excuse didn't sit well with Pereira at all. In a fiery post-fight statement, he dismissed the claim immediately, saying that real champions don't look for excuses. They show up, fight, and get the job done. His message was clear. Pereira didn't believe a single word of Ankalaev's injury story. Fans across the MMA world sided with Pereira, saying Ankalaev's explanation sounded more like desperation than honesty. He was dominated, controlled, and finished, and no mention of a rib injury can change that outcome.
No, I want a super fight. Oh, super fight at heavyweight.
I think of one.
Wow, Gareth Lewis.
That's Aspinall, man.
Oh, this is it. Cool. Casa Pereira, Jon Jones.
Jon Jones. At the White House, Jon Jones.
Oi! Oh! Take your time. Yep. Find your shots. Find your shots. Damn! That's all he had to do, guys. That's all he had to do the first time they fought. Alex Pereira to give him an opportunity to actually get into the fight. Ta-da! 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 He's getting kicked. Fraud check? Oh, come on, boys. Stop with the fraud check. He finished it too early for my parlay. Sorry. That was probably the shortest title reign. No, I think GSP. I think Matt Serra was. Chama's back, boys. Chama's back. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I would fight Yuri Prochazka, then fight maybe the winner of Shogun and Tom Aspinall and be done.
The fight was clean, conclusive, and left no room for doubt. Pereira has no interest in running it back. He's already looking ahead, possibly toward the heavyweight division, where elite names like Tom Aspinall and Jon Jones await. That's where he believes the true challenge lies. Meanwhile, Ankalaev's reputation has taken a major hit. Before UFC 320, he was seen as one of the division's most calculated and technically sharp strikers. But Pereira completely changed that perception. The knockout stunned the entire MMA community, and talk of a rib injury has only made matters worse. Many fans think it's just an attempt to protect his image after one of the toughest defeats of his career.
Could be a 3-division world champion for the first
God.
time. And it's, look, Tom Aspinall is a large obstacle.
That's a big,
that's a giant man that is never going to make middleweight, never going to make light heavyweight. That is a true heavyweight.
Tom Aspinall couldn't make 225. No, he's huge.
Yeah.
Because he's ripped at 255. Yeah, so
that's a real heavyweight.
I'd like to see him fight again at 205. I gotta be honest, man. I kind of like the guy that dominates a little bit, especially when it looks like that.
But it looks like that. I mean, that was revenge.
Well, Yuri Prochazka has fought Alex Pereira twice. So in our fighter meeting, when we talk about Ankalaev, that would have been a fresh matchup, whereas Carlos Ulberg has not fought him, so maybe he has the inside lane.
Well, Ulberg versus Yuri for an eliminator,
or for a vacant belt. It's
tactical.
Poatan's doing his thing,
Poatan
right?
decides to go up. Look, he's 38 years old too. At a certain point in time, he's going to be done with this. And it's not. We got to appreciate him now. Yeah, because he doesn't have 10 years left. I mean, it's just. Heavyweights can fight a little longer, but 41, 42.
Hey man, let me tell you something. Fighting in there at 41, it ain't fun. It ain't fun at 41. I'm telling you, I don't care how good you are.
But we said a year ago when we talked about Pereira, he's only been in the UFC 3 years, and now we sit here. He still has less than 4 years on the roster.
It's nuts.
I really don't like to think about that because it's such a crazy stat that someone could dominate in the way that he has.
Alex Pereira walks down and viciously TKOs Magomed Ankalaev in their rematch in the main event of UFC 320. He didn't just finish him in round 1, he finished him in 1 minute. Absolutely amazing performance from Alex Pereira. Sham, I'm so happy we get to live in this timeline where Alex Pereira rids us of that goblin giant gnome. I don't know how to express how happy I am to be wrong. I watched Ankalaev get the win over Alex Pereira in the first fight, and now I've seen this, and I've never been happier to be incorrect on a prediction. Alex Pereira made it look easy. And when I tell you, he walked down Ankalaev, and Ankalaev looked like he'd seen a ghost from the opening bell, and he was thinking, this isn't the Alex Pereira from the first time we fought. This isn't the Alex Pereira backing up on the back foot, looking to tap away at low kicks and chip away at me. Alex Pereira genuinely looked like he was twice as big as Ankalaev backed up and cowered away from every exchange. Alex Pereira. I want to talk about the overall performance. I'm just so happy that humanity has prevailed against these goblins, and we don't have to hear about this Dagestani fan base anymore. They're done. Easy victory. He's emoting on him. Look how right the belt looks back around Alex Pereira.
Even Joe Rogan weighed in on the situation, saying that at this level, excuses have no place. Fighters enter the octagon fully aware of the risks, and once the cage door shuts, it all comes down to performance, not justifications. Rogan applauded Pereira's calm confidence, pointing out that while most fighters would chase a rematch for money or revenge, Pereira simply doesn't need to. That, Rogan said, is what sets Alex Pereira apart. His warrior mindset. He's not stuck in the past. He's focused on new conquests. Pereira has already hinted at a move to heavyweight, with potential matchups against Jon Jones and others, aiming to cement his status as one of MMA's greatest multi-division champions. The MMA world is split. Some feel Ankalaev deserves another shot to prove the fight wasn't a fluke, while others believe Pereira's dominance was too decisive to warrant a rematch.
And it went off. It went off on Twitter. I tweeted this, and it's got how many likes? Let me check real quick. It's got 6.3k likes. I've just tweeted it recently. 6.3k likes. Haven't even updated it since I started recording the video. Probably closer to 7 now. Tom Aspinall must fulfill his side of the deal and finish Cyril Gane at UFC 321. And once he does, fingers crossed, or I'll cry. Or I'll cry. Even if he doesn't and Cyril Gane's there, who cares? But this would make it massive compared to Cyril. No, Aspinall Pereira, this is the build-up. This is the picture coming to life.
The prophecy has been fulfilled. And once he does, fingers crossed, we need Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira for the undisputed heavyweight world championship live on pay-per-view at the White House in June 2026. Pereira gets a chance at 3 belts. Never done before. I know Dana's out here yapping about that he doesn't want it to happen. He needs to get his fat bald head out of the fucking... Go promote boxing again. We don't need you. UFC fan page edits getting me more hyped than anything the UFC puts out there in terms of promotion. We don't need you, you bald fuck. Get lost about he doesn't want to see Alex at heavyweight. Shut up. This is the biggest fight of the era. You need a White House main event, and this is it. Be there for the fight of the era. If Aspinall gets past Garn, especially, Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall is the matchup to make. And then we're talking. And now we're talking. That is the fight of the era. And I really badly want to see it. And I'm looking forward to it if it does happen. Tom, no pressure, buddy. It's all on you again. But you know what? We know Tom thrives under pressure, so I like it. I like that it's all on the line. I like that there's some super fight on the line that he didn't get with Jon Jones running away. And you know what I'm going to say as well? Untimely, because of what's just happened to him, Alex Pereira calls for a minute of silence for Arthur Jones. Rest in peace. But this is about Jon Jones. Alex Pereira is the light heavyweight GOAT of the UFC. I'm saying it as it is. I know there's DC that...
One thing is undeniable. Alex Pereira has cemented his place as one of the most intimidating fighters in the UFC. If Ankalaev truly wants redemption, he'll have to fight his way back to the top the hard way, because Pereira isn't offering any shortcuts. The champion's message is clear and firm. No rematch, no excuses. It's time to move on. Now, all eyes are on what Pereira does next. Will he stay to defend his title once more, or move up to heavyweight to chase another belt with that devastating power of his? Either way, after this performance, and after shutting down Ankalaev's excuses, Pereira's reputation has reached an all-time high. He's more than just a fighter. He's a finisher, a statement maker, and one of the most feared athletes in the sport. And if Ankalaev thought he could talk his way into a rematch, Pereira has just closed that door for good.